you're asking what is the process of a short sale, then you come to the right place, but the answer may not be what you're expecting. Hi, I'm Don Thornton. I'm known as a short sale guy. I've been doing short sales exclusively for almost 20 years, and I've helped well over 2,500 homeowners in that period of time. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what is the process of a short sale, how to get started, how to get your documents ready to go. And also, most importantly, I'm going to walk you through how to choose the best company to do the best job for you, because you have one shot at getting a short sale, and it's important that you make the right choice about who to work with and who to work it for you. So let's get down to it right now. How do you get started in doing a short sale? Well, first of all, as they say in addictions, the first step is to admit you have a problem. Well, in a short sale, admitting that you have an upside down house, that your house is underwater, or that you have negative equity, whatever, that you cannot sell your property with a full payoff of your mortgage, because the mortgage value or the debt is much more than what you can realistically get at a sale. So that's the first step. And if you're watching this video, it probably means that you're pretty much clued in the fact that you may be upside down in your house. So that's a really important first step, because then you know that to sell the property, it's a short sale or nothing. And that's really a big part of it. So I want to commend you, if that's what your situation is, for coming to that correct conclusion, because when you know what the situation is, then you can start making concrete or taking concrete steps to solving the problem. What you want to do is understand that the banks will only negotiate if the property is listed. Okay, so that means that in some way, shape, or form, a real estate agent is going to be involved in the transaction. So for example, in our company, I have a broker that I work with, and we have a negotiation team. So it's all together. So if you choose a team like our company, for example, then everything is included. So you don't have to worry about trying to shop for a realtor, or trying to find a negotiator or something like that. That's all taken care of on our end. So the main thing you need to understand is that the property is going to have to be listed, because the short sale banks require that the property be listed by a realtor. And there's no hard and fast rule about how long the property has to be shown, but I can tell you that anybody who knows anything about short sales knows that you have to at least show the bank that you're making a good faith effort to market the property, because the bank is in control here. Remember, if you're a homeowner, and yes, it's your property, but the key to a successful short sale is what price the bank will allow the property to be sold at. And the bank, you may not know this, but banks are not in the position of walking away from money or walking away from profit. In this case, it's not profit. They're looking to limit the amount of damage that's going to happen to their principal balance, and whatever else is owing on it, attorney's fees and late fees and so on and so forth. That's all money for them, and they're just not going to just willy-nilly give it away. So they're not going to come back and be reasonable with the negotiation team if they don't feel like that your realtor was making a solid, good faith effort to market the property and get the highest price possible. So in our experience, we like to try to keep it out there for 30 to 60 days on the market, and get a track record of contracts coming in. So that way the bank feels like, yes, they did make a good faith effort to market the property. So the first thing you want to do, like I said, is you have to decide which company you want to work with, and that company should have a realtor and a negotiation team. And I'll get into that a little bit later in the video about what you should look for, but that's the first thing that has to happen. You have to set your team in place, you have to list the property, and you have to show the property and convince the bank that your team is making a good faith effort to market the property. Now, if you like these videos that I'm doing, I want you to go down to the little red button in the corner of the screen, and that's a subscribe button. And I would love for you to subscribe to my video and to my channel, and that way you can get updates about when I drop a new video. Because if you've seen, I tend to drop a video almost every day, and I'm trying to give you great value and to give you inner window into my almost 20 years experience as an investor and as a real estate agent, and who specializes in the short sale business. So again, go into the bottom, that red button, and click on it, and I look forward to having you on as my subscriber. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your financial documents, because you are going to have to be able to get your a complete snapshot of your financial situation over to the bank. It is unavoidable. There were times, 15 years ago, where we could just get by with a letter of explanation saying that the documents were not available. That doesn't work anymore. You have to provide them everything. So what documents are we talking about? We're talking about pay stubs. We're talking about tax returns, 2 years. We're talking about bank statements. And the biggest thing about bank statements is that you need to make sure that every single page is on there. So if it says 1 of 12, it's got to be 1 of 12. Even though the number 12 could be blank, the bank wants to see it, and they will reject it if you don't. So you need to have those. Obviously, every bank has a financial sheet, a worksheet they want you to fill out. They want to see the ins and outs. Now, I had a interesting text conversation with a homeowner, one of our clients, just a couple of days ago, that kind of illustrated this, and they were kind of freaking out about it. They're saying, "What do I need to have? I'm not applying for a loan. Why do I need to give my financial documents to them?" And so I used I don't know what's not a metaphor, but I just use an example of why that's necessary. When you start when you apply for a mortgage to buy the property, you had to fill out a bunch of paperwork, a financial worksheet. You had to provide your financials. Why? Because the bank wants to see proof that you can afford the payments, right? So you think to yourself, well, Don, I'm not trying to get a mortgage. I'm trying to get out from under a mortgage. Well, it's like the exact opposite. Okay. The banks don't want to do a short sale and take a loss on their on their mortgage unless you prove that you have a financial hardship. So in this scenario, in a short sale scenario, actually what you're doing is you are proving to them that you can't afford it. Okay. So it's kind of like applying for a mortgage in reverse. You're trying to disqualify yourself from being liable for this mortgage anymore, and that you need to provide proof to the bank that yes, in fact, your income is reduced, or you're having issues and you're not sitting on a bunch of money, you just don't want to pay your mortgage anymore. That's the key, is they want to make sure that you're not doing what they call a strategic default, where someone could afford the property, but for whatever reason they decided they don't want the property anymore, and they just want to get a discount and get out from under it and not have to pay a full payoff. And that's what they're trying to avoid. So understand that that's the reason behind the bank's insistence on getting your financial documents. Okay. And I think that once you see it in this scenario, in this way of, or I guess this explanation, then you will not have as much trouble providing your financial documents. And also, one last thing, if you included your house in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you may think that, why do I need that? You still do. Okay. And it's kind of stupid, because if I was ever made czar of all the banks, I guarantee you, I would say, if it's a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, they've already proven their financial hardship. You don't need their documents. But you know what? I'm not going to be a czar of the banks. Thank goodness, because, I wouldn't want to work for banks. So that's the reason. So what I'd like you to do is in the comments below, let me know what you think about this, because is this resonating with you? Is there anything here that I've taught you about that maybe you didn't know before, or is there any other questions you may have? I would love to engage with my followers. So if you wouldn't mind, go down to the comments and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. That'd be awesome. Now, I want to talk about the company that you choose. And honestly, the very first decision you make in doing a short sale is going to be the most important, because it shows if it's going to work or not. And my advice, as someone who's been doing this for such a long time, and oh, by the way, my company has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau since 2004, which is pretty impressive. If you think about that, how many short sales we've done, we've never had a complaint, not one complaint. Everybody's happy. And we got great testimonials because we do a good job. And that's what I want to talk to you about, is to make sure that you pick the right company. And I like to tell a story about realtors. And I am a realtor, so I can talk smack about them. So a lot of times I would say 90% of the time, most real estate agents hate short sales and they don't want to do them. The only time they will willingly do them is if the economy and the market is such that for them to get commissions, they have to do short sales. But the minute the economy approves, they will avoid them like the plague because they don't like them, because they don't know how to do them. They are a lot of work. And to do them right, they're a lot of work. And realtors typically do not want to work that hard to get a commission. There's other ways to get commissions that are much easier than doing a short sale. And ultimately, and here's the final crux of this, there's no guarantee it's going to work, because what the typical mistake they make is they get stuck with a high value from the bank that's really not realistic to get sold at that price, but the bank wants to at least to try for that. If you don't know how to do what they call a value dispute to get them off that high number and get it down to where it's more reasonable, where especially to a level that a cash buyer would be interested in buying, which is really the best guarantee you have of getting a short sale sold, is to get it down to the cash buyer level. Well, that's a huge gulf between the two prices. Unfortunately, most realtors don't have the chops to get that property down there. I mean, shoot, most companies that just say they're really good short sale companies can't do it either. And so what am I leading up to? Work with us. We're the best. I mean, sorry, I'm going to toot my own horn here, but we're the best. I don't know anybody that's been doing this as long as we have. I mean, remember, I started doing short sales when the market was hot, way before the Great Recession. Okay. I've always specialized in short sale. The very first closing I had was a short sale, was an FHA short sale. That's a lot of experience, a lot of know-how. I've built an amazing team. Like I said, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we work all over the country. So if you're thinking about doing a short sale and you're watching this video, you need to work with us because we're the best and we'll get this thing done for you. And in light of that, what I'd like for you to do, if you're a homeowner, in the description of this YouTube video, there is a link and it says Don Buys Houses. Okay, go in the link, click on that, and go to my site, check me out. And then there's many places where you can fill out a quick questionnaire, your name, your phone number, and your address, or excuse me, your name, phone number, and email, and click and send me a request. And I can talk to you about your situation and get you taken care of. Okay. If you're an investor or if you're a real estate agent and you come upon upside down houses and short sales and you don't want to do them and you're looking to a joint venture with a company that can do them and help you monetize these leads that you're not able to monetize yourself, then go down to the description as well and you will see the link, and click on that, fill your information out, and I'll get back to you with that as well. And I guarantee that we can make a lot of money together in this. And the most important thing is that we can be well compensated for doing the Lord's work, which I think is helping people get out from under their mortgages, because honestly, it's a horrible thing. I have lost a house to short sale. I know what it's like. And I want to help as many people as I can. And if I can be paid well by the banks, then why not? Right. So I want to thank you for watching my video, and I will look forward to seeing you the next time.